Authorities are investigating a fire at a migrant facility in Mexico that killed dozens of people. Earlier this week, a fire broke out at a government-run migration facility in northern Mexico, near the border with the US. At least 39 people were killed and 29 others seriously injured. Later, Mexico's president said the men housed at the facility, mostly migrants from Central America and Venezuela, had been angry at authorities after finding out that they were going to be deported and set mattresses on fire in protest, though they did not imagine that this was going to cause this terrible tragedy. Yesterday, video footage emerged that appears to show the moment the fire started. See, as smoke quickly spread throughout the facility, officials walked away and left a group of men behind in a locked cell. You heard that right. The reaction? Massive outrage. It wasn't long before Mexican officials announced that they were investigating the fire as a homicide, taking a magnifying glass to at least 8 government workers and private security employees who had reportedly not allowed migrants to leave their cells. Authorities also said that they might look into one migrant suspected of starting the fire. All of this comes as the Mexican government is increasingly facing scrutiny over its handling of the surge of migrants flowing into the country over the past year, seeking to enter the US. In other news, everyone's talking about the Nashville school shooting, which killed 3 children and 3 adults on Monday. Not long after, President Biden told everyone that while he believes in increasing gun control in the US, he couldn't do anything else to tackle the issue, putting pressure on Congress to send him legislation. In response, Republican lawmakers like Representative Tim Burchett said, quote, "We're not going to fix it," making it clear that they're not planning to consider any additional gun safety measures. Cue backlash. Also making headlines, recently at least 13 people were killed and more than a dozen rescued after they fell into a well at a Hindu temple in India. The floor covering the step well apparently collapsed, plunging dozens of worshippers into the well. Authorities say they've launched an investigation into the tragedy as rescue efforts are ongoing. Last but not least, here's what to know for the day. Disney is using a contract that references King Charles III to let it keep control over the area around its Florida theme park. To quote, "This declaration still continue in effect until 21 years after the death of the last survivor of the descendants of King Charles III.